Hey traders, Jeffrey here with the Algo IQ program. Two great trades this morning, right after the monthly labor report, the first one that was real time in the last couple of months following the shutdown. So, going into the morning, as you can see, right now we had a slow creep up in the overnight session. And at around 9 a.m., after the news was already released, we are already outside of our super bands. And you know that I am looking for simple trades. I like to ride the parabolic move from the bottom of the bands to the top, from the top down to the bottom. I also factor in whether we seem to be in a longer term trend. And if it's a really powerful uptrend or downtrend, I'm going to make sure I'm taking some off the table, if not the entire trade, as it reverts or goes to the midline, because I don't want to sacrifice anything and leave it on the table. It frequently may pass that and come all the way back down. So we're going to go ahead and ride it in both directions if we can. So right now, I'm waiting for my first signals, and let's go ahead and see what we get. So here's our first triangle signal, and really the best way to look at these signals is ready, set, go. So when I see the first triangles, that's my get ready, okay? When I see my trade direction lines, that is set, and then I am looking for the orange square to go ahead and place the trade and as just a market order, and then I'll set my stops and set my targets. There is our set, and at the same time we got our ready and set, we also got our go. So I'm immediately going to move my targets, and for me this is my personal trading style. You are welcome to put all of your targets down here and try to get the maximum amount. I trade every single day, so I'm not concerned about leaving anything on the table. I just like regular, consistent base hits and then trailing runners when I can. So we took a tiny bit of heat. Let's go ahead and turn on the text and markers. So here's our entry right over here. And I'm going to look for my first target right at the midline, because we're in an uptrend here. There's an absolutely strong chance that we may turn around from here and go all the way back up. I'm going to take my first target, move my stop down to break even plus, and then I'm going to look at my entry chart to start trailing. I happen to like to trail just outside the bands, right? The inner bands are the bands, the outer are the super bands. My bars are a special Heikin-Ashi formula on top of Renko bars that you can't see. So we're using two sets of bars on these charts in order to place these trades, or rather generate the signals. And as you can see, we're a couple of $100 into the trade already, and now we still are a couple of hundred more. So this trade alone is already up by about $300-400. And as we come down, second target, beautiful. And now third target, we're going to go ahead and just try to go for a runner. So you can see I pushed my third target all the way outside of the bands in case we really get a drop down. And as I trail that band, we immediately got out. So great first, second, third targets. And now we're all the way at the other end of the bands. And I've got my ready, set, and if I get an orange square, I'm going to take another trade right here after the open, okay? So don't give up any potential trades, especially on a big economic report day, okay? We get big movements. It's a safe trade to take because we're using micros on the NQ, but we need to be able to give it breathing room, so our stops are always going to be outside of the most recent swing highs or lows or those bands. All right, let's see if we get our, there we go, there's our signal. Let's jump right in. Immediately move my targets out and my stop down. I'm going to put my stop below the most recent swing low and then make a decision where we're going to go. So we're all the way down at the other end of the band. We're in an uptrend. Let's see if we can shoot for and take a few bucks off quickly at midline, and then we'll look for a second target at the next area where we had a little bit of support or resistance. We got our first target, we're out, I'm at break even plus, and then we'll go ahead and start to trail this as we start to move up. And we're out for our second target, and let's see how we do. And again, I'm going to trail a couple of bars back below the bands, okay? So let's just go ahead and hold on that. As you can see, my trail is going to be below the either upper or lower bands, depending on which side I'm in, okay? And then I'm looking to put it below the bands or above the bands, 1 or 2 bars back. And then when we get a reversal, I'm not leaving too much on the table, okay? You can also use additional levels to shoot for targets. With less monitoring of the trade, I'm going to just trail it with the outside of the bands, but sometimes I'll go for a target if it's a pretty powerful one, like if I'm coming up to very strong call resistance or put support or some important daily levels. Okay, let's see how this one plays out. And we're out. So overall, so all told, on the day we had 2 trades in this morning. We got in a little bit after 9 for the first trade, then took a second trade shortly after the open. Totaled about 600 or so bucks for the 2 trades, with only 3 micro NQs, MNQs. We entered 3 right here, took our first target off right around the midline, took our second and third targets off right down at the other end of the super bands, and then got right in for the swing up in the other direction. It didn't go all the way back up. We got our first target and second target off close to the midline, and as we came back down, took the third one. Easy peasy, not a lot of thinking, same concept every single day. For more information, go to our YouTube channel, Algo-IQ. You'll see lots of training there, other types of trades, utilizing some of these other signals as well. But I personally like to keep it simple. Please make sure like and subscribe so you get notifications when I post trades. I do try to get at least 3 or 4 live trades posted up into the YouTube channel. For all of you who are also on the TickBlaze platform, we are actively coding these for the TickBlaze platform, so it is going to be available coming soon. But right now, this is the tested version of the NinjaTrader software. We also have a NinjaTrader strategy, 2 different kinds of strategies for fully automated training. Look at the YouTube channel for more information on those, and that is included in the Algo-IQ program. So if you subscribe to Algo-IQ, you get these indicators as well as automated strategies and all of the training and all of the regular support. Reach out if you have any questions, and we'll see you in the next one.